Your words have a very dark secret. I'm going to prove to you, right now, that they are controlling your reality. Not in some abstract way, not as a metaphor. Literally, step by step, stay with me. Because once you see this, you can never go back. What if I told you that every single word you have ever spoken in your entire life was a spell? A real spell? And what if the architects of modern language knew this from the very beginning? There is a reason they call it spelling. S-P-E-L-L-I-N-G. It is called spelling because you are literally casting spells every time you arrange letters into words. This is not a joke. This is not wordplay for entertainment. This is the hidden mechanics of reality. And the words you were taught to use every day were specifically chosen and engineered to keep you trapped in a mental prison that you cannot even see. But here's the truth. It is not your fault. You did not choose this language. It was handed to you. Programmed into you from childhood. Before you push this away and call it conspiracy, let me show you undeniable evidence. Look at the word grammar. Where does grammar come from? It comes directly from grimoire. And what is a grimoire? A grimoire is a book of magic spells. The original understanding of grammar, the structure and rules of language, was seen as a magical system, a system of power through words. Then look at cursive writing. Why do we call it cursive? Because it is connected to the word curse. Cursive creates curses through flowing script. And spelling. You are casting spells. These connections are not accidents. They are not random coincidences. They are hidden in plain sight because the knowledge was once openly understood. Here is where it becomes truly disturbing. In the year 1946, something disappeared from school systems around the world. It wasn't prayer. It wasn't corporal punishment. It was etymology, the study of the true origins and meanings of words. Before 1946, children were taught to decode words, to trace them back to their roots, to understand the hidden power inside language. Then in 1946, it vanished. Globally. Coordinated. Overnight. The moment etymology was removed, you lost the ability to see the trap. Because when you know the true root meanings of words, you begin to notice that nearly every common word you use was designed to program limitation, submission, and powerlessness into your mind. I'm going to prove this to you right now, word by word, slowly, so you feel the shift. There is a very specific reason they removed etymology in 1946. After World War II, the powers that be witnessed firsthand the terrifying power of propaganda. They saw how language alone could move entire nations to war. How carefully chosen words could make people commit unspeakable acts. So they decided the masses must never again be given the tools to decode language. Etymology was replaced with rote memorization, standardized testing, regurgitation of definitions handed down from authority. No questions about origins allowed. Just accept what we tell you a word means. Why? Because if you knew that the word understand literally means to stand under, to place yourself beneath something in submission, you might stop saying, I understand, every time you agree to terms, contracts, or authority. If you knew that government comes from the Latin gubernare, meaning to control, and mentis, meaning mind, government literally means mind control, you might start seeing authority in a very different light. They gave you a corrupted, diluted vocabulary. They told you words are just neutral tools for communication. They told you words don't matter, but words are spells. And they have been casting them over you your entire life. Listen closely now. I know exactly how this sounds to you right now. You're probably thinking this is just some strange metaphor or some over-the-top spiritual idea. But I need you to stay with me, because what I'm about to show you is not metaphor. It is physics. It is biology. It is measurable frequency. And it has been deliberately hidden from you. Here is the truth they do not want you to know. You have been doing all the right things. Positive thinking, affirmations, visualization. You are not lazy. You are not missing some secret ingredient. But you have been using contaminated language that programs failure directly into your nervous system. And they designed it that way on purpose. Let me show you how this works in your everyday speech. You say, I'm trying to lose weight. What does your subconscious actually hear? Trying. Attempting. Effort without guaranteed result. It hears struggle. It hears possible failure. You say, I want to be successful. Your body hears want, lack, desire, the state of not having. You are literally speaking absence into existence. You say, I need more money. Your cells receive need, scarcity, desperation, emergency survival mode. Every one of these common phrases is a spell, a limitation spell. And you've been casting them over yourself without knowing. Now here is what they absolutely do not want you to discover. The elite study etymology obsessively. They teach their children Latin, Greek, Sanskrit, Hebrew. Ancient languages that function as pure frequency codes. Codes designed to program reality itself. Meanwhile, they give your children text speak. Emojis. Slang that changes every few months. They dumb down vocabulary on purpose. They remove etymology from curriculum. And they feed you the greatest lie ever told. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That is not protection. That is programming you to ignore the most powerful creative force in your reality. Words are not neutral. They never were. They are technology. Advanced frequency technology. Every word you speak creates an electromagnetic signature in your field. Dr. Masaru Emoto proved this with simple, repeatable experiments. He took ordinary water. He exposed it to different words, written on paper, spoken aloud, even thought toward the water. Then he froze the water and photographed the crystals under a microscope. Water exposed to words like love and gratitude formed perfect, symmetrical, breathtaking crystals. Absolute sacred geometry, beauty created by words alone. Water exposed to words like hate and you make me sick formed chaotic, distorted, ugly shapes. Broken formations. Destruction created by words alone. Here is the part that should stop you in your tracks. Your body is approximately 70% water. Every cell, every organ, every system, mostly water. You speak an average of 16,000 words per day. Every single one of those words is restructuring the water inside your body, creating either coherence and beauty or chaos and distortion. When you say, I'm so stupid, your cells hear it. When you say, I'm tired, I'm stressed, I'm overwhelmed, every water molecule in your body reshapes itself around that frequency. Nobody ever told you that thoughts do not create reality. Words do. Because you cannot think without words. Your thoughts are built from language. Corrupt the language, and you corrupt the thoughts. Corrupt the thoughts, and you corrupt the reality. This is why spelling is called spelling. This is why grammar comes from grimoire. This is why cursive comes from curse. It has always been hidden in plain sight, and once you decode even a handful of words, you can never unsee the programming again. Let's decode more right now. Feel how each one lands in your body. Mortgage. Mort equals death. Like mortal. Mortuary. Gage equals pledge. Like engage. Mortgage equals death pledge. You are literally signing a death pledge when you take out a home loan. They named it that openly. Pharmacy. From the Greek pharmakia. Direct translation. Sorcery. Witchcraft. The use of potions and drugs for magical purposes. Government. Govern equals control. Meant. Mind control. Spelled out for you in the title itself. They are telling you exactly what they are doing. And you agree because no one ever taught you to read the hidden code. This is why, once you truly understand that language is reality programming technology, everything changes. You gain linguistic sovereignty. You stop speaking unconsciously. You stop signing invisible contracts with your words. You stop casting limitation spells over your own life. You reclaim the power they deliberately concealed. This is not about positive thinking anymore. Positive thinking is surface level. It's like putting a band-aid on a bullet wound. What I'm showing you is deeper. You are a frequency generator. You broadcast electromagnetic signatures every second of every day. And language is the tool you use to tune that frequency. Some people manifest effortlessly. It's not because they are more spiritual. It's not because they are more blessed or lucky. They simply understand that every sentence they speak is a contract with the universe. And the universe always, without fail, says yes. You are about to learn exactly what the elite already know. You are about to see why certain people seem to bend reality to their will, while others stay stuck in the same repeating patterns year after year. And once you know that words are spells, you will never speak the same way again. Every conversation will become a conscious ritual, and you will be the spellcaster, not them. Let me take you deeper into 1946. This point cannot be overstated. Before 1946, etymology was part of standard education across the world. In the United States, in Europe, in Asia, everywhere, children were taught to decode words as a form of protection, to understand the hidden programs embedded in language, to recognize when someone was attempting to cast a spell over them through carefully chosen vocabulary. Then it was coordinated removal. They replaced deep linguistic understanding with shallow memorization, with standardized testing, with regurgitation. Why decode language when you can just accept what authority tells you it means? Just trust us. This word means this. Do not ask where it came from. Do not ask what the roots truly intend. Here is where it becomes undeniable. This shift happened immediately after World War II, after the world had seen the full power of propaganda, after language alone had been used to mobilize entire populations, to convince ordinary people to do horrific things. The architects of the post-war world understood something terrifying. A population that can decode language is dangerous. They ask too many questions. They see through manipulation. They recognize the spells being cast over them. So the decision was made. Remove linguistic literacy from the masses. Give them simplified vocabulary. Tell them words are just arbitrary sounds we assign meaning to. Convince them language is random, meaningless. But that is a complete lie. Every word carries a specific frequency. Every root carries intentional programming. And when you do not know what you are truly saying, you cannot control what you are truly creating. Think about this for a moment. How many contracts have you signed in your life without understanding the etymology of the key terms? How many invisible agreements have you made using words you never decoded at their root level? You've been consenting to things you did not fully understand because they removed your ability to read the hidden fine print. When you sign a mortgage, do you realize you are signing a death pledge? When you go to the pharmacy, do you realize you are entering a place whose name means sorcery? When you say "I understand" in a legal document, do you realize you are declaring "I stand beneath your authority"? No, because that knowledge was systematically stripped away in 1946, and it was sold to the public as educational reform, as modernization, as progress. But it was not progress. It was deliberate control. Once you see this pattern, you cannot unsee it. It is everywhere. Now let me tell you about Dr. Masaru Emoto in greater depth, because his work should have changed everything. Yet it was marginalized, pushed to the fringes. This man performed an experiment so simple yet so profound that it cuts through all academic gatekeeping. He took regular distilled water. He placed it in containers. He exposed the water to different influences. He wrote words on paper and taped them to the containers. He spoke words directly to the water. He played music with different emotional tones. He even had people direct thoughts and intentions toward the water. Words like love, gratitude, thank you. Words like hate, you make me sick, I will kill you. Then he froze the water samples and photographed the resulting crystals under a microscope. The results were consistent across hundreds of experiments. Water exposed to love and gratitude formed stunning, perfectly symmetrical crystals, intricate snowflake-like structures, sacred geometry made visible through words alone. Water exposed to hate and negative commands formed distorted, chaotic, broken shapes. No symmetry, no beauty, just disorder. This is not pseudoscience. This is repeatable. Anyone with a microscope can verify it. Now here is the revelation that changes everything. Your body is 70% water. Your brain is mostly water. Your blood is mostly water. Your cells are mostly water. You speak 16,000 words every single day. each one sending frequency through the water in your body. When you say, "I'm so stupid," your cells receive that command. When you say, "I'm broke," your cells reorganize around scarcity. When you say, "I'm tired" or "I'm stressed," you are instructing your biology to create fatigue and tension. This is why some people heal rapidly and others do not. This is why placebo effects are so powerful. This is why people who speak life tend to live longer and people who speak negativity decline faster. The water inside you is listening, and it obeys the words you give it. Cymatics takes this even further. Sound frequencies applied to sand on a metal plate create perfect geometric patterns. Different frequencies produce different shapes. Your voice is sound frequency. Your words are specific vibrations. Your body is the plate. Your cells arrange themselves according to the frequencies you broadcast. You have been sending 16,000 reality commands every day, and no one told you that your own biology was receiving them. "I am sick" is not a description. It is an instruction, and your body follows instructions. Now let's talk about what the elite truly know, and why they guard it so carefully. Have you ever wondered why elite private schools still teach Latin? Why their children study Greek, Sanskrit, Hebrew, languages no one speaks in daily life? Why waste years on dead languages? Because those languages are not dead. They are uncorrupted frequency codes. Sanskrit syllables carry precise vibrational signatures. Hebrew letters are tied to numerical frequencies and sacred geometry. Latin forms the root structure of law, medicine, science, and systems of power. They are not learning history. They are learning how to program reality directly. While their children master pure frequency languages, your children are given text speak, emojis. Slang that shifts every few months, so no deep roots ever form. Corrupted language creates corrupted thinking. Corrupted thinking creates powerless people. Powerless people are easy to control. The elite know language is advanced technology. They study etymology obsessively. They understand words like mortgage, pharmacy, government carry hidden commands. They use those words on you, but they avoid casting the same spells on themselves. Listen to how they speak in private recordings when they think no one is listening. Precise, intentional, never casual. Every word chosen deliberately. Every sentence a contract. Every conversation a ritual. Language is how they cast spells at scale. They removed etymology from public education so you would never see the manipulation. They simplified your vocabulary. Told you language doesn't matter. While they mastered rhetoric, persuasion, and linguistic programming in elite institutions, the game has always been rigged. But now you are seeing it. Let me show you even more proof from science. Princeton University ran the Global Consciousness Project for decades. They placed random number generators all over the world. Machines designed to produce completely random data. No pattern. Pure chaos. Then they measured what happened during major global events. September 11th. Massive natural disasters. Princess Diana's death. The moment Obama was elected. Events where millions of people focused their attention on the same thing at the same time. Feeling the same emotions, directing collective consciousness. The random number generators became significantly less random. The change was measurable. Statistically impossible to dismiss. Human consciousness was affecting physical machines. Not through touch, not through proximity, through field, through frequency, through collective intention. If millions of people focusing together can shift random machines, what can one fully conscious person do? I tested this myself. I downloaded a simple random number generator app. Watched it for days, pure randomness. Then I declared out loud, "This device now responds to my consciousness. I am collapsing randomness into pattern." I held absolute certainty, not hope, not wishing, certainty. The numbers began clustering. Patterns emerged. Sequences appeared. I commanded higher ranges, numbers above 70. They came far more often than chance allows. This was not imagination. This was direct influence of consciousness on electronics. If I can affect a random number generator with focused declaration, what am I doing to my body every day? To my relationships? To my finances? Your words are not just vibrating air. They're altering electromagnetic fields. They're collapsing quantum possibilities. They're programming matter. Once you feel this truth in your body, you can never speak carelessly again. Every word becomes a conscious act of creation. Now let's go back to why they call it spelling. Why not wording? Why not lettering? Because assembling letters into words is literally casting spells. In school, they drilled spelling tests into you. You had to spell words correctly. Why was perfect spelling so important? Because incorrect spelling breaks the spell. The frequency shifts. The code does not execute properly. They were teaching you spellcasting mechanics and calling it basic literacy. Every email you send, every text message, every conversation, you are casting spells, programming reality. Most people do this unconsciously, broadcasting contradiction and chaos, then wondering why life feels out of control. But once you know language is magic disguised as communication, everything shifts. You become intentional, you become sovereign, you become the conscious creator they never wanted you to be. Now I'm going to break down more words you use every day without knowing what you're actually saying. This is where it gets undeniable. Once I show you these, you will start seeing the code everywhere. First, mortgage. You sign it thinking you're just buying a house. Normal. Everyone does it. But decode it. Mort equals death. Mortal. Mortuary. Mortality. Gauge equals pledge. Engage. A binding agreement. Mortgage equals death pledge. You are pledging your life force to the bank for 30 years. They named it that openly. The elite who own the banks know exactly what frequency that word carries. They use it deliberately. Next, government. Govern equals to control. Like a governor on an engine, limits speed. Ment equals mind, like mental. Mentality. Government equals mind control, not conspiracy. Etymology. They broadcast their function in the name itself. Next, understand. Under equals beneath. Below. In submission. Stand equals to take a position. Understand equals to stand beneath. To submit to authority. Every time you say, I understand, you are literally declaring submission. Try saying, I comprehend instead. Comprehend equals to grasp fully. Feel the difference in your body. Next, pharmacy. From Greek pharmakia, literal meaning sorcery, witchcraft. The use of potions for magical effects. You trust it when you're sick, but the name reveals chemical sorcery. I'm not saying avoid medicine. I'm saying know what frequency you are invoking. Next, human. Hue equals color, light. Man equals mind. Human equals light mind. You are a light being, not a biological accident. A conscious light having a physical experience. They don't want you remembering that. Next, person. Per equals through. Sun equals sound. Person equals sound, moving through form. You are vibration wearing a body. Quantum physics confirms this. You are not solid matter. You are frequency in motion. Once you internalize these decodes, you realize every word you use is a revelation. You have been speaking power or limitation your whole life without knowing the true meaning. This is not accident. This is intentional obscurity. They do not want you knowing what you are, or what you are capable of doing with your words, because once you know, you cannot be controlled anymore. Now let's talk about the Bible. Whether you are religious or not, you need to hear what it actually says about language. The Bible is not just a spiritual text. It is a frequency manual, a direct guide to how reality operates through words. Open to John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Not in the beginning was the thought, not the feeling, not the intention, the Word. Creation itself begins with spoken language. God spoke, and light appeared. God said, and it was so. This is not poetry. This is mechanics. This is the operating system of reality. Proverbs 18:21. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. Not influenced by the tongue. Not partially affected. Life and death. Full creative authority. Your words determine whether you experience life or death in your health, relationships, finances, everything. There is no neutral ground. Then Exodus 3:14. Moses asks God his name. God does not give a title. God says, I am that I am. The most powerful name in all Scripture is I am. And throughout the Bible, it is made clear, you are made in the image of God. You carry the same creative authority. Every time you say I am, you are invoking source consciousness. You are speaking as the creator of your reality. Jesus did not think demons away. He did not wish them gone. He spoke direct commands. Come out. And they obeyed. He did not meditate on calming the storm. He spoke to it. Peace, be still. And the wind and waves obeyed. He spoke healing. Rise and walk. Be made whole. Your faith has healed you. Words as commands. Frequency disrupting frequency. Matter obeying declaration. This is not exclusive to Jesus. He was demonstrating the template, showing what humans are capable of when they understand word power. You can be atheist and this still applies. Because it is physics, it is quantum mechanics. Ancient texts across cultures say the same thing. Words are the creative force, and you are the one wielding it. So what are you saying right now? Let's connect this to your electromagnetic body, because this is where science and spirit meet. You think you are solid matter. You look in the mirror and see a physical form. But that is illusion. You are 99.999% empty space. Atoms are mostly field. You are frequency wearing a meat suit. The HeartMath Institute proved something extraordinary. Your heart generates an electromagnetic field that extends at least 15 feet around your body in every direction. This field carries information, emotion, intention, frequency. You have felt this. You walk into a room and feel anger before anyone speaks. You feel love radiating from someone across the room. That is not psychic. That is electromagnetic field detection. Water crystals respond to words because water is crystalline. It holds and structures frequency. Cymatics shows sound, literally shapes matter. Different frequencies arrange sand into sacred patterns. Your voice is sound. Your words are precise frequencies. Your body rearranges itself every second in response to the vibrations you emit. Your cells communicate via chemical signals, electrical impulses, and electromagnetic fields. When you speak, you broadcast through all three channels at once. You are not just making noise. You are programming biology. This is why negative people drain you. Their field is chaotic, low vibration. Your body works harder to maintain coherence. This is why certain people light you up. Frequency resonance. Synchronization. This is why some places feel heavy and others feel peaceful. Residual frequency lingers in the field. You are a walking broadcasting station. Your heart pumps a 15-foot torus of information. Your brain generates measurable waves. Your words add specific tuning. The question is, what are you broadcasting? Limitation or possibility? Fear or sovereignty? Your reality always matches your dominant frequency. Now let's expose how they control you with this knowledge. Because they know everything I'm telling you, they have known for centuries, and they weaponize it daily. Media does not report news. Media casts mass spells. Every headline is a frequency broadcast. Every repeated phrase across networks is a ritual. Repetition is the key to programming consciousness. They are not informing you. They are installing operating systems. Think about phrases you hear constantly. Stay safe. Sounds caring. Sounds protective. But decode it. Stay equals remain. Do not move. Do not grow. Safe equals implies danger is everywhere, triggers fear, creates contraction. Stay safe is a submission spell. It programs fear of the world, dependence on authority, small living, the new normal, repeated thousands of times in 2020. Why that exact phrase? Because repetition installs acceptance. This is normal now. Adapt. Do not resist. Do not question. Your subconscious hears it enough and stops fighting. Compliance achieved. Edward Bernays, nephew of Sigmund Freud, wrote the book on propaganda in 1928. He rebranded it Public Relations because propaganda sounded too harsh after World War I, but it is the same technology. Control language, control minds, is core insight. You do not need force when you can program belief through words. He sold wars. He sold cigarettes to women as torches of freedom. He sold politicians like products. Same method. Control the language, control the population. They know fear-based words shut down critical thinking. They know repetition bypasses logic, so they flood you with it every day. News, social media, entertainment. All programming, all frequency manipulation, all spellcasting at global scale. But here is the power they fear most. You cannot be programmed if you are aware. The moment you recognize the spell, it loses power. You start noticing they are using fear language here. They are repeating this phrase to install acceptance. They are framing this to kill questions. And the spell breaks. You become immune. You become sovereign. You become ungovernable. Example 3. I have to go to work. Victim. Trapped. No choice. Creator. I choose to honor my commitments today. Sovereignty. Even if the job isn't ideal. Example 4. I'm trying to lose weight. Victim. Trying equals coded failure. I am becoming healthier every day. Present progressive. No failure possible. Example 5. I'm stuck. Victim. Frozen. Helpless. Creator. I am gathering wisdom in this chapter. Purpose. Growth. Example 6. I need more money. Victim. Need equals scarcity broadcast. Survival mode. Creator. I am open and ready to receive greater flow. Receptive. Expectant. Example 7. I can't do this. Victim. Defeat. Creator. I am discovering the way forward. Learning. Capable. Example 8. But I really want to. Victim. But cancels everything before it. Self-sabotage. And I am choosing to prioritize this now. And builds. Includes. Every shift moves you from passive to active, from done to doing, from powerless to sovereign. Your nervous system feels it immediately. Your field shifts. Your reality begins matching. This is not affirmation fluff. This is frequency reprogramming at cellular level. We are building toward practices you can start today. But first, feel how far you've come already. You now know words are spells. You know the system hid etymology on purpose. You know science proves frequency shapes matter. You know I am is creator code. You are no longer unconscious. You are ready for the practices. These are not theory. These are not nice ideas. These are tools to rewire your linguistic programming starting today. Tools to reclaim your creative authority. I'm giving you 6 sovereign practices. Do them in order. Do not skip. They build on each other. Practice 1. The 7-day vocabulary detox. This is foundation. Simple but challenging. You will eliminate limitation words and phrases that program lack and submission. Track everything. Set phone reminders every 2 hours. Did I use any forbidden words? Days 1 to 2. Eliminate can't and try. Every time you catch I can't or I'm trying, stop mid-sentence if needed. Rephrase immediately. I can't afford it becomes I am choosing to direct my resources elsewhere. I'm trying to get healthy becomes I am becoming healthier daily. No judgment, just awareness. Count the catches each day. Days 3 to 4, eliminate have to and need to. These program obligation and desperation. I have to work becomes I choose to honor my commitments. I need money becomes I am ready to receive greater flow. Feel your body relax as obligation dissolves. Days 5 to 6, eliminate always and never. Absolutes lock you in patterns. I always fail becomes I am learning new strategies. I never have enough becomes I am expanding my capacity to receive. You release permanence. You open possibility. Day 7, eliminate but. But negates everything before it. Sneaky self-sabotage. I want this, but I'm scared becomes I want this, and I am moving through fear. I love you, but becomes I love you and includes, but cancels. This detox alone will shift how you feel in the world. You will catch victim language in others, in media, in your own thoughts. Awareness creates choice. Choice creates freedom. Practice 2. I am reconstruction. This rewires your core identity spells. Take a notebook. Write every I am statement you actually say. Be honest. Not what you wish, what you repeat. I am unlucky. I am always stressed. I am not good enough. I am unlucky. Look at the list. These are your current reality commands, spoken multiple times daily. Your field is obeying them. Now transform each one into power declaration, not opposite. Truth of your sovereignty. I am so tired becomes I am energized and vital. I am bad with money becomes I am a wise steward of abundance. I am always stressed becomes I am calm and centered in my power. I am not good enough becomes I am whole and capable exactly as I am. I am too old becomes I am timeless and in my prime. I am unlucky becomes I am aligned with perfect timing. Now the key step. Speak these new declarations in a mirror, morning and night, minimum 21 days. Look yourself in the eyes. Speak aloud. Feel the words vibrate. First week feels strange. Resistance rises. Your old programming argues back. Keep declaring. No debate. Week 2. Resistance softens. Glimpses of truth appear. Week 3. They land as recognition, not affirmation. Remembering who you are. You are overwriting old spells with Creator Code. Practice 3. Morning Reality Decree. This sets your frequency before the world does, before touching your phone, before news, before anyone else's energy. Stand or sit. Speak aloud a 30 to 60 second declaration. Present tense. Command. Template. I am identity. I create reality. I attract experiences. I embody qualities. Example. I am a powerful sovereign creator. I create abundance and alignment effortlessly. I attract supportive people and perfect opportunities. I embody clarity, confidence, and joy. This is who I am now, so it is. Customize it. Make it yours. But keep it present. Declarative. No trying. No hoping. Speak it with authority. Your voice activates the field. Do this daily for 30 days minimum. Watch your days unfold differently. Synchronicities increase. Obstacles dissolve. You are tuning your broadcast before external noise can interfere. You are proactive spellcaster, not reactive receiver. Practice 4. Etymology investigation. This sharpens your decoder. Choose 5 words you use constantly. Job, money, success, health, relationship, whatever dominates your thoughts. Go to etymonline.com. Look up each one. Read the origin. The root. The evolution. Ask, does this root frequency support what I want to create? Example. Job traces to piece of work, but also links to jab, repetitive poking pain. Do you want your livelihood to feel like jabs? Replace with calling from to summon, declare. Or creation, pure act of making. Worry from Old English to strangle. Every I'm worried chokes your life force. Replace with I am considering options or I am directing my focus. This practice awakens you fast. You spot corrupted words in headlines, in conversations, in your inner dialogue. You begin rephrasing in real time. That is true sovereignty. Part 8. Practice 5. The linguistic shield. This protects your field from external spells. You are exposed to thousands of programmed words daily. Media, conversations, advertising, social feeds. Most are not your words. Most are spells aimed at you, installing fear, compliance, limitation. You need energetic protection through conscious rejection. Morning field declaration. First thing, I am sovereign in my perception. No frequency enters my field without my consent. I choose what I receive. I choose what I believe. I am protected by awareness. During media consumption, when you notice fear phrases, repetitive programming, manipulative framing, internally declare, I do not accept this spell. I return this frequency to sender. I am immune to manipulation. No need to speak aloud. Silent command is enough. But you must catch it and reject actively. Evening release before sleep. I release all words not aligned with my truth. I release all frequencies not mine to carry. I reclaim my linguistic sovereignty. I am cleansed. I am clear. I am free. This is not paranoia. This is boundary. You would not let strangers reprogram your computer. Why allow them to reprogram your consciousness? Every rejected spell weakens their hold. Every conscious refusal builds immunity. You become truly ungovernable. Practice 6. Evening gratitude. Rewire. This is not standard gratitude. Deeper. Most people end the day scrolling stress or rehearsing tomorrow's problems. They program their subconscious for more anxiety. Flip it. Before sleep, find 3 moments from your day that made you feel alive. Not big wins. Small is powerful. Perfect coffee taste. A song that hit deep. Sunlight on your skin. A laugh with someone. A moment of flow. Close your eyes. Relive each one fully for 30 seconds. Not thinking about it. Feeling it again. Body warmth. Emotion rise. Energy expansion. Your subconscious cannot distinguish memory from new experience. When you relive aliveness, you are re-experiencing it neurologically. Same chemicals released. Same field signature broadcast. You fall asleep in high frequency. Your reticular activating system scans for more of it tomorrow. Most people program threat before bed. You program aliveness. Watch what shows up. These 6 practices are your initiation. Start the detox tomorrow. Do the mirror work. Set the morning decree. You will feel the shift in days. Now, let's bring it all together. You came here curious. Maybe skeptical. Maybe desperate for real change. You are leaving with proof. Water crystals reshaped by words. Cymatics showing sound forms matter. Heart field broadcasting 15 feet. Global consciousness moving machines. Double slip proving observation creates reality. Biblical declaration. Word as creation. I am as divine authority. Etymology hidden since 1946 because a linguistically awake population is impossible to control. Elite hoarding pure languages while feeding you corrupted slang. Media casting daily spells through repetition and fear. Mortgage as death pledge. Pharmacy as sorcery. Government as mind control. Understand as submission. Every word designed for limitation or revelation. You have been the spellcaster all along. Just using the wrong spells. You are not broken. You are not powerless. You were convinced words don't matter while they mastered them. But now you remember, words are spells. Every sentence a contract. Every conversation a ritual. You are the spellcaster, not them. You are not victim of reality. You are the observer collapsing possibility. You are not at mercy of circumstances. You are the frequency attracting experience. You are not powerless meat robot. You are light mind. Sound through form. 70% water responding to your voice. 16,000 words a day. 16,000 words a day. 16,000 spells. What have you been creating? What will you create starting now? Speak life. Speak sovereignty. Speak abundance. Speak health. Speak freedom. Watch reality bend, not luck. Not finally deserving. Because you remembered your power. You started casting consciously. If this hit deep, if something awakened in your chest, drop one limitation word you are breaking today in the comments. Let's hold the frequency together. Subscribe. Next Friday, we decode the money matrix words, keeping most people poor forever. The awakening continues. The spell is broken. You are sovereign. You are free. Speak your reality into existence. The universe is listening, and it always says yes. You now hold the complete toolkit. 6 practices to transform your language and therefore transform your reality. But let me reinforce this one more time because the mind will try to dismiss it. Everything I have shown you is verifiable. Dr. Emoto's water crystals, hundreds of experiments. Cymatics, watch any video online, sand forming geometry from sound. HeartMath research, peer-reviewed papers on heart field coherence. Princeton Global Consciousness Project, decades of data. Double-slit experiment, foundational quantum physics. Ancient texts across cultures repeating the same truth. Spoken word as creative force. Etymology deliberately removed post-1946 to keep linguistic power from the masses. Elite education preserving pure languages while public systems are diluted. Media phrases engineered for compliance. Every major word decode, mortgage, pharmacy, government, understand, traceable in any etymology dictionary. This is not theory. This is the hidden operating system they never wanted you to access. You have been casting spells your entire life, unconsciously. Mostly limitation spells. But starting right now, you cast consciously. You are the spellcaster. Let me give you one final guided activation. Speak this aloud with me. Right now, feel it in your body. Stand if you can. Place hand on heart. Look in a mirror if possible. Declare, I am a sovereign creator. I am fully awake to the power of my words. I release all limitation spells I have ever spoken. I reclaim my linguistic authority. I am abundant in all ways. I am healthy and vital. I am guided and protected. I am free to create the reality I choose. Every word I speak from this moment aligns with my highest truth. The universe hears me. The universe obeys me. The universe says yes. This is who I am. This is what I create. So it is. Feel that land. That was not affirmation. That was command. Now carry it forward. Start the 7-day detox tomorrow morning. Begin the mirror declarations tonight. Set your morning decree before your phone. Watch how people respond differently. Watch opportunities appear. Watch your energy shift. This is not woo-woo. This is mechanics. You have remembered. If this video cracked something open in you, if you felt that recognition deep in your core, do 3 things right now. 1. Comment below one limitation word or phrase you are dropping forever starting today. Let's build collective sovereignty in the comments. 2. Like this video. The algorithm suppresses this content. Your like helps break through. 3. Subscribe and hit notifications. Next Friday, we expose the money spell words that keep 99% trapped in scarcity. Bill, debt, loan, interest, pay, rich, poor. Every one a trap. We decode them all. We replace them with creator codes. This is just the beginning. There are deeper levels coming. DNA activation through sound. The 7 levels of consciousness they hide. Ancient manifestation technologies labeled myth. We are bringing it all into the light. You are no longer controllable. The programming is cancelled. The control is over. You are free to speak reality into form, free to claim your divine authority. You always were the creator. You just forgot the language. Now you remember. Go speak consciously, powerfully, sovereignly. The universe is waiting for your next command, and it will say yes, always. Thank you for being here. See you next Friday. You are ungovernable.